a life that is worthy of emulation. Live a life that can attract somebody. Do you desire to be fruitful? The qualification for fruitfulness is that you must abide in him. Settle. When men shall say there is a casting down, you will announce that there is a lifting up. I have heard the stories for so long. I don't want to hear a story anymore. I have had excuses for so long. I don't want to hear them anymore. Child of God, it is my turn. No! I'm not interested in the protocol. I'm not interested in the usual story. It is my turn. Can you say that to two persons? Like you're very angry with them?
It is my turn to shine. I wanna rise and shine. Hey, it is my turn. It is my turn. It is my turn to shine.
Like you're very angry with them. Like you're very angry with them. I don't know. There's something pushing me now. I want you to tell somebody. Say, I'm not interested in stories. It is my turn. Walk far, meet somebody far from where you are, because no matter how far your blessings are, they will get close to you now. Say, it is my turn. I don't want stories anymore. I don't want to hear stories. I don't want to hear excuses. I've had them long enough. It is my turn. It is my time. I don't want to hear long stories anymore. I don't want to hear stories anymore. It is my turn. I don't want to hear stories anymore. It is my turn. I've had these stories long enough. I don't want to hear them anymore. I've had excuses long enough. I don't want to hear them anymore. The protocols have kept us aside for so long. I don't want to hear them anymore. It is my turn. Somebody say, it is my turn. I will get it now. I will get my own now. I'm in my season. I won't let anybody back me out. I'm in my season. I won't let you forget me. I'm in my season. I will make a mark. Somebody holla, it is my time. In few minutes, I'd like to talk to you. I wish I can get 1, 2, 3 persons who are aware of where I'm coming from today. I wish I can get somebody in this meeting who is ready for the move of God in the now. I wish I can get somebody who would say, oh Lord, I will not live here the same way that I came. I must leave this place with answers to my prayer. That's when I feel a church is coming over me. But I want to establish something because it's getting hot in this house. It's getting set in this house. I asked you to say something. I don't know how many of you said it with faith and in faith. I'm tired of stories. It is my turn. I'm tired of saying the same thing every other time. I'm tired of giving excuses. I'm tired of complaining. I'm tired of crying. I'm tired of weeping. I'm tired of being on the begging side. I came to announce to my generation, watch me from now. I owe no man no apologies. It is my time, it is my turn, I will get there. If you're excited in your spirit, you will magnet something today. I'm tired of stories. I don't want stories anymore. Help me tell your neighbor, I don't want stories. It is my turn. I don't want stories. It is my turn. Ladies and gentlemen, before I talk to you, in the next 5 minutes I'll be speaking to you. But before I do that, I'd like to say this to you. Everyone in this room, you have one reason or the other to give yourself, to give your friends, to give your family, to give anyone that want to hear you why you failed. Everybody has something to say. Everybody has an excuse to offer. Most of these excuses, they sound so good to the ears. But I am tired of excuses and stories. I will not fail because my mama wants me to fail. I will not fail because my papa wants me to fail. The law of the land is not enough to make me fail. The law of the people, it's not enough to make me fail. My condition, the situation I found myself, my position, what I have and what I do not have, they are not enough to make me fail. I came to talk to somebody. There is no good enough reason to make you fail. That is why I come with a shout today. I don't want to hear any story. It is my turn. Don't tell me what the king said. Don't tell me what anybody said. Tell me what God is saying. And God said to me, oh Kingsley Innocent, hear from me now. It is my wish above all things that thou may prosper and be in health, even as thy soul prospered. And I look forward to hearing God. And he declared to me, he said, my son, heaven and earth shall pass away, but no jot of my word will go unfulfilled. Then he woke up something in me, and I feel the shout in this house. Oh child of God, I don't want to hear stories anymore. I don't want to hear that news anymore. It is my turn. I must get my answer now. Don't tell me how Papa failed. Don't tell me how it didn't work for Mama. It may not have worked for them, but it will work for me. They may not have succeeded because what you took away from my wife, I will collect from you. What you took away from my husband, I will collect from you. What you took away from my father, I will not let you have it. I still got some fight in me. I still got some strength in me. If you decided to destroy the whole village, for my sake, I will save the whole village. I feel a shout coming on in me. If you decide to bring down everybody in the family, I said no, not when I'm still alive. I will not surrender. Help me tell your neighbors, I will not surrender. Help me tell your neighbors, I will not surrender. When others give up, I won't give up. When others say it is over, I will not say it is over. When others say they're hanging up hope, I will not hang up hope. I will fight to the end. I know that my miracle is on the way. I know that the answer to my prayer is on the way. I know that the God I service equal to it. If there is somebody in this house that have a feeling I'm sent for you today, you can raise your voice and shout. If you can, just raise your voice, shout. Raise your voice, shout, 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 shout. I don't know, but I came to say something today. I don't know, but I came for somebody's help today. I don't know, but I came for somebody's deliverance today. I don't know, but I came that somebody may be free right now. I came into this house with the oil of grace and power. I came in the volume of the book that is reading of me. I came with fire and thunder in my mouth. I came with anointing. I came with oil. I feel it here now. Oh, somebody help. I feel it pushing me. Your life won't be the same again. Your story won't be the same again. Somebody raise your voice and shout if you will. Esther chapter 4, verse number 9. Before Esther chapter 4, verse 9, before verse 9, you would discover from the preceding verses that the man called Mordecai sent a man called Hatak, sent Hatak to Esther, and he says, go and tell Esther that the people are in trouble. Go and tell Esther that the Jews, our lives are in danger. Go and tell Esther that there is a man after us. Go and tell Esther that somebody have decided to wipe out the whole of the Jews. He has succeeded in using his money. He has succeeded in using his money. He has succeeded in offering bribe to quench the whole of the Jews. Esther, the news is bad enough that this man has succeeded in getting the authority from the king. Esther, the announcement has been made. Esther, it is clear now that any moment from now there will be no tribe like the Jewish tribe anymore. They have decided to wipe all of us out of the face of the earth. This is dangerous. This is ungodly. This is fierce. This is terrifying. Esther, there is bad news. The Jews are in trouble. We have nobody to speak for us. We have no power. We have no money. We have nobody in authority. We have nobody to talk to the king for us. The only person we have right there is you, Esther. You are the only person inside the palace of the king. I don't know, but Esther, do something. This is a copy of the verdict. This is what the verdict tells. We are gone. If nothing is done about our case, Esther, we are gone. We are finished. I came to talk to somebody. Maybe right where you're listening to me, when you turn around, it doesn't look like there is hope anywhere. When you turn around, it doesn't look like there is future anywhere. It looks like you've come to the end of the road. That was the condition of Mordecai and the Jews at that time, when they didn't know whom to hold, when they didn't know who to run to. It looks like the enemy has won. It looks like the wicked is laughing. It looks like the wicked is rejoicing. It looks like they are mocking you. It looks like, what is this life all about? Let me give it up and end it here. It looks like you should even take your own life. Most times you are so down and and out. Most times you are so depressed. Most times you are fed up. Most times you feel frustrated. Most times you don't have any hope anymore. Most times you be like, God, where are you? Oh God, where are you? Why are you quiet up until now? That was the situation of the Jews. I know he sent me to talk to somebody. He didn't send me to talk to anybody but somebody. Mordecai sent a message to Esther. Mordecai said, my daughter Esther, I raised you up, but now I need you now. Oh Esther, our lives are in danger. Is there anybody listening to the sound of my voice from wherever you hear me? Are you watching the telecast and you are crying right now and tears are flowing down and you are like, where is my hope now? And you are like, where do I go from here? And you are like, all is gone. And you are like, to whom shall I run to? And you are like, who will help me out? And you are like, I'm stranded in life. And you are like, I'm frustrated right now. And you are like, I have nobody right now. And you are like, who can be my help? Who can stand for me? Oh, that was the condition of Mordecai. But there is something about his situation. Mordecai has this problem, but Mordecai cannot go beyond the gate. Mordecai was at the gate, but the trouble was all over. Mordecai was aware that all hope seemed to have gone. Who am I talking to here? You feel so down and out. You feel the enemy has won. You feel the wicked is rejoicing. You feel the enemy is boasting, and they are asking you, where is your God? And they are asking you, where is your help? And they are asking you, what else can you do? And they are asking you, to whom shall you run? But I feel a preach coming on. Can I talk to you the word of God? Is there anybody now, as you hear the sound of my voice, you are like, God, for how long will I remain in this condition? For how long will I remain here? Mordecai sent a message to Esther. He said, go and tell Queen Esther, the Jews are in trouble. Go and tell Queen Esther, we don't have time anymore. Ladies and gentlemen, an attack went to her and told Esther all that Mordecai said. After narrating the story, hear what the Bible said. And attack in verse 9, chapter 4 verse 9, and Hatak came and told Esther the words of Mordecai. He told Esther the words of Mordecai. Again, verse 10, again Esther spake unto Hatak and gave him commandment unto Mordecai. Esther gave commandment to Hatak and said, go and tell Mordecai, all the king's servants and the people of the king's provinces do know that whosoever, whether man or woman, shall come unto the king in the inner courts, who is not called, there is one law of his to put him to death, except such to whom the king shall hold out the golden scepter, that he may live. But I have not been called to come in unto the king these 30 days. And they told to Mordecai Esther's words. Listen to me, brother. Listen to me, brother. Remember, I'm just laying the foundation before I start praying. Mordecai sent Hatak. He said, go and tell Esther, give Esther a copy of what was written for the killing of the Jews. Give her evidence, give her proofs that all the Jews are about to die, they went to tell Esther. Esther said to Hatak, I'm giving you a commandment. I'm giving you an order. Return back to Mordecai. Tell Mordecai that there is a protocol here. Tell Mordecai that there is a law here. Tell Mordecai that except the king call you to come into his inner court, any man or woman who dare step into the inner court on his own or on her own to meet the king, there is one law that cannot be bent, and that law is that that person will be killed except you find favor in the sight of the king. So now, Mordecai, we have a situation at hand. For these 30 days I have not been called to come unto the king, so I am not permitted to enter there. I am not allowed to enter there. If I go there, then I am killing myself. It means I want to commit suicide. It means the king must kill me. So I am not allowed to enter. I am not permitted to go inside the inner court to meet with the king. But ladies and gentlemen, there are a lot of you listening to the sound of my voice. You have stayed at the outer court for too long, waiting for when they will call you to enter the inner court, and they are not calling you. I have made up my mind. Whether you call me or not, I will enter the inner court. Enough is enough. I will enter now. You must do what others are not doing, because I must get a result this time. Enough is enough. I have obeyed the law for so long. I've obeyed the protocol for so long. The law said you can't enter except you are called. But for 30 days, I have not been called. But now, the life of the Jews are in danger. They came to tell Mordecai. Hatak told Mordecai and gave Mordecai the commandment of Esther, saying, I am not allowed to step into the inner court of the king because I have not been invited. After they told Mordecai all that Esther said, time will not permit me to read it all, but let me say this to you. After they told Mordecai, Mordecai said one more message to Esther. Help me go and tell Esther that she may think in her heart that because she's in the palace that she can be saved. But tell Esther for me that even if she decides not to get into the inner court, our deliverance is not in the hand of Esther. Our deliverance is in the hand of our God. Help me tell Esther, even if she thinks that she and her father's house will be saved from the wrath that is coming, Esther must be in the know that even if she refused to do something about the Jews, even if she said no to help the Jews, that we serve a God who somehow, I may not know how, I may not know when, but somehow, the God of the Jews will not allow us perish. The God of the Jews will not be quiet at a time like this. Help me tell Esther, even if she refused to do something for us, even if she refused to help us out, even if she refused to help do something now, tell Esther for me that we shall yet get deliverance. Tell Esther for me that we shall yet get help. I came to talk to a believer now. Before I will drop this microphone, wherever you are listening to the sound of my voice, if you are stranded, hopeless, down and out, if you are depressed right now, help is coming. Right now, help is coming. One thing about God is that He helps you faster when He's aware you don't know what to do. Anytime God is aware that you don't know what to do, anytime God is aware that you don't know where to go again, He steps into the matter. Mordecai said, send me a message to Esther again. Tell Esther no problem, but I am not interested in her story. Help me tell your neighbor, say, I'm not interested in your story. Help me tell your neighbor, say, I'm not interested in your story. Don't tell me the law. I have heard of the law for so long. The law has kept us locked up for so long. I'm not interested anymore. Mordecai said, tell Esther for me that even if she makes up her mind to do nothing about the Jews, I may not know who else, but the Jews will not still die, because we have a God who can help us with or without Esther. Can you talk to somebody? Say, I have a God. Have I told you touch your neighbor yet? Hold on, it's coming. Help me touch that neighbor for once. Say, neighbor, I have a God who will help me. Say, I have a God. Brother, how many years you've been through some things does not matter. For how long you've been in that situation does not matter. The truth of the matter is that I have a God who will help me. There is something about God. That time it looks like all hope is gone. That's when He brings up hope. I'm talking to somebody now. Help me tell your neighbor, say, if you decide to help me, good. But even if you say no, help is coming. Do you believe that help is coming? You believe that help is coming? I don't know what they are thinking. I don't know what they are feeling. Esther gave a commandment to attack. And she said to attack, go and tell Mordecai, I have no solution to his problem. That was enough for the hope of Mordecai to be gone. Because the only person they have in the palace said, I can help you. The only person they have around the king said, I can help you. The only person that is standing in the king's palace said, I have no solution to your problem. But it was enough for the heart of Mordecai to fail him. But Mordecai said, tell even Esther, tell even Esther, though she's our last resort, talking about human, but help me tell Esther that our trust is not in a man. Help me tell Esther that our hope is not in a man. Help me tell Esther that our belief is not in a man. Help me tell Esther, even if she failed to stand for us, I have a God. Help me tell Esther. Help me tell Esther. Yes, I have not entered the king's palace before. No other Jew had entered the king's palace before. We are strangers in this land. We are more or less slaves in this land. But tell Esther that we may be slaves, but we have a God. But tell Esther, we may not have money. We may not have connection. We may not have the necessary links. But tell Esther we have a God. Tell Esther I will not beg her. Tell Esther I will not cry unto her. I will cry unto my God. Tell Esther my help is not coming from her. And Mordecai concluded by saying something. Mordecai said, tell Esther, who knows if Esther was planted in the palace for such a time as this. Esther, God did not lift you up for you. The money in your pocket now is not your money. He didn't give you the money for you. He gave you the money for kingdom use. But even if you decide to keep the money, no problem. Oh my God. The children he gave you, they are not your own. He gave it to you for kingdom use. The house he gave you is not your own. The life he gave you is not your own. Ladies and gentlemen, recently God was teaching me about grace and anointing. God said to me, when I give a man grace, I am not giving him grace for himself. I'm giving him grace for others. You didn't hear me. I'm not giving you grace for you. I'm giving you grace for others. If I give you grace to do anything, that thing is not for you. It is for others. Come on now. If you hide the one he has given you, he won't give you another. That is why the Bible said he gives bread to the eater and seed to the sower. Mordecai said to Esther, you are not the most beautiful woman on earth. By the tradition of the land we live in, you are not qualified to be their queen. Listen to me. When God wants to lift you, he will allow another to make a mistake so that their mistake will become your promotion. If not, tell me, how can the wife of the king, who know the kind of husband she is marrying, as at the time the man was in charge, time will not permit me, how can he say, call my wife, and the wife will say, I'm not coming? When she knows she is marrying a husband that has life and death in his mouth. No woman in her right senses will do that. But because it was time for another to be lifted, she did. And that became her end. And her position was vacant. Oh, yeah, now hear this. That was how they said, oh yeah, gather all the maidens so that somebody will be taken as a queen. But Esther was not from the land. Esther was a slave. Esther was a nobody. Esther was a child that doesn't have father, doesn't have mother. She was not qualified. She was brought up by Mordecai. All at a sudden, in the midst of everybody. Mordecai was not a rich man. Mordecai was a gate man. Now, as a gate man, how much was Mordecai earning to take care of himself and to buy good clothes for Esther that will make Esther look attractive? Esther may not have made her hair. Esther may not have used good cream, may not have been feeding very well. But shall I remind you that when God wants to promote you, these things will not count. When God wants to lift you, all of these things will not count. You may be smelling and become a scent. You didn't hear me. When God wants to lift you, all of this will not count. But mind you, the lifting of God is for a purpose. God may not tell you at the point when he wants to lift you, but he will lift you getting ready for a day. And now Esther was promoted and lifted among all that gathered. The king took interest in her and said, that is my queen. And Mordecai was presented an ordinary gate man as the guardian to the woman who will be the next queen of the land. And Esther entered the palace as a queen, and she sat down there and was doing her thing. And Mordecai was still at the gate and was doing his thing. But a day came when a man arose and said, I will destroy the Jews. They don't have anybody to speak for them. I will destroy the Jews. Shall I remind you that anytime anybody decide to destroy a destiny carrier, the time of that person is up. The time of that that fellow is up. Anytime anybody decides to fight the anointed, anytime anybody decides to fight the called of God, anytime anybody decides to fight the chosen of God, the time of that fellow is up. And when they made up their mind, they said, we will destroy the Jews. Who are they? We will end the Jews. Touch not my anointed, and do to my prophet no harm. They said, we will destroy the Jews. The verdict was passed. The law was issued out. They said, kill all the Jews in all of the provinces. Oh, no problem. You have honored. But who is he that say a thing and it come to pass when the Lord have not spoken? Who is that man? Who is that woman that we say a thing and it will come to pass when the Lord have not spoken? But I feel a preach coming on now. I feel power coming on now. I feel grace coming on now. I feel like talking to somebody. I feel grace all over me. I feel power all over me. I will holler till you share your testimony. I will holler till you say it is done. Hey! Esther was there as the queen in the palace. She said, according to the law, I'm not permitted to go in there. Mordecai said, go and tell Esther, even if she decides to keep her peace, we serve a God who knows what to do at all times. But to remind her that maybe she doesn't know why she became the queen. Who knows if God planted her there for such a time as this? But even if she decides not to do what God wants her to do, God will, from another angle, come on now, God from another angle will create hope and help for the Jews. Help me tell your neighbor, say, God from another place will raise help for me. Touch somebody, say, God from another angle will raise help for me. Can I say this to you before I close? Now, that is where upbringing comes in. I like people who are born at the altar. When Attack went back to Esther and told Esther, look at what your father Mordecai said. Your father Mordecai said, who knows if your lifting was for such a time as this? Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? If your promotion was because the time for crusade has come. Who knows? Who knows? If he raised you because a time for the freedom of souls and destinies has come. Who knows if he planted you there for such a time as this? When they told Esther this, sir, please hold on, I have a word. When they told Esther this, there you will see upbringing. Because Esther was brought up by Mordecai, who had the fear of God. Oh my God, I want to be raised up in a home that fear the Lord. I want to hang around the man that has the fear of God. I want to hang around the woman that has the fear of God. Because there I will learn. Because knowing the wrath of God will persuade men. I want to hang around God's people. I don't want to hang around mean people. I want to hang around people that have the fear of God on the inside of them. I want to hang around people that have a heart for God. I want to hang around people that know the Lord. And when this was told Esther, my Bible said, after listening to the story, Esther made a request. Esther said, go back to Mordecai. Tell Mordecai an announcement should be made among the Jews. All the Jews should go to God in prayer for me. Hey! All the Jews should go to God in prayer for me. I will stick my head. I will holler till solution comes. I will put my life on the line. Tell the Jews. Tell the Jews, help me tell the Jews, they should pray for me. Help me tell the Jews, they should call on God. Help me tell the Jews, they should call on God. They should pray for me. They should cry unto God for me. Help me tell the Jews, let them cry unto God. Help me tell the Jews, let them beckon on God. Help me tell the Jews, let them call upon my God. Help!
Oh no! Damari di Malibe. Yes, I know. He will not abandon me.
Help me! Help me!
I know. Brother will arise. The world must know.
Help me tell the Jews. Announce it all over the province. They should go to God in prayer for me. Let them call upon God for me. I will do what nobody had done in this land. I will take the risk with my life. After this meeting, somebody in this house, you will do what others are not doing. Hey, 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 hey. Hey, 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 hey. You will do what others are not doing.
Bible-believing Mission Incorporated, the dwelling place of the God of Talknado.
Mama, come. Mama, come. There is a native doctor at Eziama Obire who they went to do evil sham for them against your family. Luck has run out of him. That native doctor is going down now. That native doctor is going down now. Matantata yalabazanderes. Ketunde libra ankoto yutelele. Today, all the forces against you, they will collapse for your sake. Every family represented here, anything they've done against your family, wherever they took your family name to, anything they have planned against your family, in the next 7 hours, what they planned against your family will happen to them. Settle. 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 Wherever you are here, help is coming. The time for help has come. Esther said, tell Mordecai, I will go into the inner court of the king. If I perish, I perish. Esther said, if I perish, let me perish. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. Everyone under the influence of my voice, enough of suffering and smiling. Enough is enough. Ladies and gentlemen, if there is a native doctor to do evil, there is a prophet to cancel it. Mama, if there is a wicked native doctor that people will consult and they will start killing others, making your children cry from one person to another. They've made this one cry, your daughter. They've made this one cry, your daughter. Enough is enough. If there's a wicked native doctor to bring evil into family, there is a servant of God who will say no, 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 no. How do I say no? Very simple. This native doctor in Asia Maubire, who told you that your power is the highest? You call yourself Nkumike, I give you 2 minutes. I told you, Talknado, I'm here. 2 minutes from the time you hear settle, Nkumike will sleep and not wake up. In the next 15 minutes, every wicked power in your family, that power will fall down, 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 fall down. Settle, settle, settle. There are people in your community. Their duty, what they find interesting, is when they see any young man that wants to raise his head, they will knock him down. In that community, who are busy doing that. And you people say, I should do it anyhow today. In the next 25 minutes, everything they gathered, with which they have been knocking men, young men down, in the next 25 minutes, that thing will fall down. It will be over. Come, Oga, you don't have to bother yourself about court case. You have a court case.
Yes, sir.
You don't have money to call lawyer.
Yes, sir.
I'm a senior officer. You don't have money to pay a lawyer.
Yes, sir.
You have nobody to stand for you.
Yes, sir.
Your father? You don't know what to do.
Yes, sir.
The case seems to be getting ugly.
Yes, sir.
But look at the man you are looking at. I'm the one carrying the prophetic mandate of the God of Talknado. I carry the prophetic mandate of the God of Talknado. I came to help. As I see you crying, and I see your daughter crying, my heart is touched. But the people of God said to me, do it anyhow. They said to me, do it anyhow. Listen to me, you can say anything, but you cannot say there is no power. You cannot say there is no grace. to your village. My Bible says, whatsoever a man sow, he shall reap it.
Yes, sir.
Here and now I travel to your village. All the wicked men who say they will not allow young men to raise their heads and shine. Sir, I don't know why. It's all over me. 26 minutes from now, everything that gathered for them will scatter for them.
Amen.
Settle. Settle.
Amen.
Settle.
Amen.
Sir, when you don't have a man to speak for you, God begin to speak.
Yes, man of God.
By the decree of a prophet of high function. Now, I declare, help is coming.
Amen.
It looks like there is nothing now. Everywhere
Yes, sir.
is
Yes,
dry.
man of God. Yes, sir.
But
Yes, sir.
now, help is coming.
Amen.
I sit in the place of my office. I call for help.
Amen.
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 Hold on, sir. That is your son. I need to help him.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Man of God. Yes, sir.
Jesus, he believe.
Somebody, hold on. Somebody holla help. You people said I should do ministry. Holla help. You said I should do ministry. Holla help. The boy needs help. The boy needs help. He will not remain in that condition. Oh yeah, 15 minutes. I told about Talknado have come. 15 minutes. 15 minutes. 15 minutes. 15 minutes. Right where he is. Help will locate him. 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 15 minutes. 15 minutes. Help!
Jesus, he believe. Believe, Mama. Jesus, he believe. I need a better give a go, Lord. Jamu mereba lewa. I need a better give a go, Lord. I'm a girl, put on me. I need a better give a go, Lord.
Onye a na-eme gị agba ọkwa egwu anaghị atụ ya ma aka gị etu a kalambradaga zandadadada zandadabich. Go. Help has come.
Amen.
Help has come.
Amen.
The next story about your family is a good news.
Amen.
In the name of Jesus Christ.
Amen.
Can somebody shout amen like thunder? It is done.
Amen.
Congratulations. God bless you.
Bible Believing Mission Incorporated, the dwelling place of the God of Talknado.